Shares of robotics makers are on the rise after the Trump administration signaled plans to accelerate its push into that sector. Commerce Department believes robotics and advanced manufacturing are key to bringing production back to the United States. And Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick could reportedly push for a robotics executive order sometime next year. Tesla is also gaining on the session right now, the company releasing new video of its Optimus Robo running. It's fitting because my next guest says her word of the day is motion. Joining me now is SX Investment Management co-CEO Nancy Prial. Hey, Nancy, it's good to see you again. Talk to me about...
Nice to see you.
Yeah, let's talk about motion.
Well, so motion in many, many ways. Certainly motion when you think about robotics, when you think about autonomous driving, when you think about drones. There's a lot of opportunities for investing in things that move. In addition, we mean motion when you think about what the stocks could do. We're having a lot of motion in the market with the excitement about AI, the excitement about big data, the excitement about robotics. And so we think it's a multi-purpose move that shows where we are today. And I do say one final motion we may see next week is motion by the Fed.
We may see that motion. We think it's going to be down, as in cutting. But you say that we're nowhere near the end of the AI cycle. You mentioned that a moment ago. How do you approach these stocks? Because some of these current valuations have investors nervous. And I think for good reason, because we always talk about this. In AI, there's going to be winners. There's going to be losers.
That's true. And it is true that there is a lot of short-term good news in the stocks. Let me start by reminding everybody that, as a Stanford professor once said, you know, we always overestimate technology in the short run, but underestimate it in the long run. When we think about computers, think about IBM saying there would be 5 mainframes in the world in the 1950s. Think about IBM saying they would ship 250,000 PCs in their first year. They shipped 25 million. And so we think that this opportunity in AI really is the next industrial revolution, and it's hard to underestimate how big the impact will be. Having said that, we think it's time in the cycle to start looking for names that are not already exploited, names that maybe haven't moved as much, where the valuation isn't yet discounting all those future growth prospects. So it's important to be a stock picker in this market and not just buy blindly.
So look at those ancillary plays. I always say that. Look at your energy companies, look at construction, things like that, even engineering design, if you will. So you think the economy's got a lot going on right now in a good way, but does the soft labor market worry you at this point? Because the data, which the Fed is going to be looking at next week, has been rough.
Well, the data is mixed. I mean, we certainly are seeing a slowdown in hiring. And we've seen, I mean, the numbers today showed that small businesses in particular are struggling. We do think that some of that reflects the productivity enhancements that companies and businesses are already beginning to see from AI. We think that the economy next year will be helped out both by the tax provisions in the big, beautiful bill and by the capital spending that we do see coming on, as well as by the reshoring that's starting to happen. So although we're in a little bit of a slower patch right now, we expect the growth rates to pick up coming into next year, and the Fed easing will only help.
I'm almost out of time with you, but I want to go through a couple of your picks here. I think Novanta is very interesting, industrial warehousing, medical, and then also Globus Medical. Medical devices for spine disorders. That's a fascinating stock.
So we like healthcare a lot right now. Healthcare has not been one of the leading stocks and leading areas of the market until very recently. We're starting to see an uptick both on the pharmaceutical side as well as on the device side. The spine market is a great market. Growth is accelerating. It's mid to high single-digit growth. Globus is gaining share. It's also a place where robotics comes into play because the use of robotic devices to see what you're doing in spine surgery is leading to better outcomes for patients overall. Globus is a company with improving margins, improving balance sheet, accelerating growth.
And then you fold back AI into that entire medical device and medical story, and it really is. It's such an exciting time, I think, for the nation.
We think so.
For the world in particular. Nancy, it's great to see you again. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.